In this video, I want to talk about shadow work and Qi Gong, and are they really compatible? Do they really work with each other? I'm going to jump into a slide presentation for this video. So shadow work and Qi Gong is actually a gentle partnership for deep healing. It's mind, body and energy working together. Actually your spirit in there as well. So it's a mind, body, spirit practice, Qi Gong. And Carl Jung really brought in a spiritual aspect to psychology with his shadow work. So they do actually work hand in hand together. It's fascinating stuff. So what is shadow work? Shadow work is awareness of hidden or suppressed parts of yourself. These are formed as protection mechanisms, usually from a very early age when we're very young. And integration over fixing. So we're trying to integrate the shadow part of you into yourself rather than fixing it. It's not really, you're not broken at all. You just need to integrate it. So it's something that's formed in earlier life that you use as a protection mechanism to ease the energy consumptive brain. The brain work you have to do to protect yourself, it goes into the subconscious and becomes a protection mechanism. It's really, when you see it and understand it, you go, oh yeah, I do that. Yeah. So it's one of those moments. And to heal yourself, shadow work is all about leading by compassion, being gentle and kind to yourself. It's a very powerful practice. So the limits of shadow work alone, insight can overwhelm the system. So usually when we're stressed and when working on ourselves, we can become overwhelmed and the nervous system gets pushed into the sympathetic nervous state. Emotions can surface too quickly as well. And when emotions come up, they can be explosive, like a firework display. It can be too much. And you become overwhelmed as well. And you become overly mental. You're thinking too much in the mind. So the body's left behind. The body is an enormous transmitter and receiver of information. Every cell in your body, every tiny little thing is a receiver and transmitter of information. It's fascinating stuff. And this can get completely ignored as all of this stuff, the mental stuff, really does overwhelm you. So the body's there to help you ground. So this is what Qi Gong comes in for. So it's a gentle mind, body, spirit practice. It's about your breath, tuning into your breath, tuning into your movement, tuning into your awareness, which is why every class that I do, we do what we call a Qi Gong meditation, because it's Korean based. So Qi Gong is an energy based meditation where you start to feel that energy between your palms. And when you start to do that, some people call it discombobulating of their conscious mind, because it's like, wow, there is energy between my hands. And it regulates your energy and it supports a calm, steady system. There was a woman who said to me, she'd been in my class about 4 or 5 months. And she said, Peter, I've never been able to sit quietly ever. And now I take your classes, now I can. I feel calmer and peaceful and more connected inside. What a beautiful thing, eh? So why the body matters. Emotions live in the body. Trauma is sensory and safety is essential. So support is required. So when we're going through these emotions that are negative emotions that you've maybe reliving from the past or a traumatic appearance, a traumatic incident that's happened in the past, you'll be reliving that and that come up and it can be overwhelming. So you have to be safe when you do that because it can really push you too far. So you should be supporting yourself. How do you support yourself? Well, Qi Gong and the nervous system, it slows down your breathing. You come back out of the sympathetic nervous state into the parasympathetic nervous state. The rest, digest, the calm, your brain waves drop down closer to the Earth's frequency. There's a lot to be said about tuning back into the Earth's frequency as a physical body. Not in this video though. And releases tension. So you release tension out of the body when you practice Qi Gong. So your shoulders start to drop. Your breathing gets deeper. Your diaphragm becomes stronger because you're pushing down into your internal organs, which are designed to be massaged by your deep breathing. A lot of people are breathing in the upper chest, which is why there's a lot of gut issues in our society today. So Qi Gong creates safety within the body and it also helps you to stabilize your emotions. Every class try to get people to observe their body as they're doing. So focus your mind on your body and your breath. You're observing everything. And then you observe your mind focusing on your body and your breath, and it all becomes intertwined. Your mind, body, spirit practice becomes intertwined. It's a beautiful thing. So Qi Gong is a safe container. Qi Gong keeps awareness grounded. It allows processing of emotions, deep emotional upset, emotional trauma. I've been through so many issues with this with my clients through the dream method, many different issues, and it's unbelievable how Qi Gong can slow down the process, allow them to observe what's actually happening in the body, and then actually start to heal their emotional traumas slowly and gradually, and actually integrate their shadow side. It's incredible stuff. So Qi Gong also prevents stagnation because you're learning to move your body in a beautiful way. So you're releasing energy each time you move your body, and it supports integration of your shadow. Really, really important. So shadow work deepens Qi Gong because you get a greater sensitivity to your body. If you're starting to work on your body with shadow work, so you're finding out these emotional triggers that you have in the body that are protection mechanisms, you get greater sensitivity to who you are. Deep down inside, we call it 0 point, where you're coming from 0 point in the Qi Gong practice I teach. 0 point. Patterns start to dissolve. These repeating patterns that go on in your life, they start to dissolve. So you suddenly realize you've been using reactions in your life to help you get things out of your life. There's been a protection mechanism. Now you realize why these patterns have been coming up. It's usually to do with projection. What's inside of you to make this come towards you? Very deep, very good stuff. So movement also embodies truth inside of your body, and practice becomes authentic. Every time you do it, when I first started, I was thinking, oh, why am I doing these gentle movements? As I got deeper and deeper into it, I suddenly realized, oh, okay, flowing like a wave. Like Bruce Lee said, I've become like the cup. I'm water flowing into the cup, and I become like the cup. Then when I flow onto the table, I become the table. So you're flowing like water, but you're keeping your cup empty so that you can have new knowledge, so new opportunities and knowledge can come into you rather than having a full cup. No, I know this, I know that. What do we really know? Big question. What do we really know? So the healing loop, Qi Gong creates safety in the body so you can help yourself feeling safe and grounded. Shadow reveals patterns. So Qi Gong releases the patterns, and balance returns back to the body. It's a beautiful healing loop. It really does work very, very successfully with the clients that I've had through the dream method. So it's a trauma-aware approach. I've been through enormous trauma as a young man and a boy. My mother died when I was 11. My father became disabled when I was 10. I went to a boarding school with paedophiles. And then my father finally died when I was 19. I went out into the world completely numb, absolutely numb. Trauma. I was traumatized when I went out into the world. So I used heavy drinking and many other different things to help me cope. Since I found this practice, I've been able to heal a lot of that trauma. So I'm very aware of trauma. This is a trauma-aware approach. So I'm not forcing. I never force people to do anything. It's a slow progress, and your choices matter. When you do this work, your choices matter always, and consistency heals. So keep doing a little bit every day, rather than long sessions and then leaving it for a couple of weeks. That's not good at all. A little bit every day, and you build up on that momentum, and that is where the healing comes. So what changes over time? Resilience grows. You become more resilient. We do holding positions, especially in the online class, where we're doing sleeping tiger. Every class we do a sleeping tiger to make sure we do that to build the inner core, but also build resilience in the mind. Say, I can do this, because it's about 5 minutes. And when you first do it, you think, oh, this is torture. But it's not. It's actually you're building resilience in your mind to get through difficult situations. So self-trust starts to deepen. So as you start to trust yourself, you start to go out into the world a little bit more animated, a little bit more your true self. You get less reactive. You don't react so much. Your shadow side is starting to integrate, so you don't react to the world so much. You can observe. If you need to respond, you respond. And occasionally, when you do need to react, you do. So wholeness emerges. You start to feel whole and complete again. How good is that? You could do that. We can all do that. If I can do it, you can do it. It's really important. Integration is the goal. So befriending the shadow. I've never said to any of my clients, get rid of it. Get rid of it. I've always said to embrace it. It's like shamanic. You embrace your shadow side, and then you start to integrate it into the body so it becomes you. And that's kind of, it can be confusing for some people, but it's healing it because it's there as a protection mechanism. It's natural. So sometimes you might need to call on that again to protect yourself, but it's the overreactions that are unnecessary. That this is what we're integrating into the body. So inhabiting the body, coming back into your body, feeling your body again. So my teacher used to say, the only time you really focus on your body, Peter, is when you stub your toe on the bedpost. Ow! Oh, that hurt. She was kind of right. I got that. So it's about focusing on your body more. Unified system. This is a system that you can work with both. I do that in the dream method. I use shadow work. I use emotional healing, trauma-aware emotional healing. I use Qi Gong and coaching. It's all in the dream method. So this builds a sustainable change. A lot of people do spiritual bypassing when they're doing this work, i.e. that doesn't serve me, can't do that. That's spiritual bypassing, unfortunately. What you need to be doing is finding out why this is happening. And as you become stronger and feeling more safe in the body, the more you can explore these feelings and the more you can go deeper into yourself so you can heal them for good, which is what I want for more human beings on this planet. We need more human beings who are proper human beings, real human beings. So I'll see you in the next video. You can check out my shadow work mini course. It's a 7-day mini course where you go through each different sort of side to shadow work through the 7 days. There's a little bit of Qi Gong in there, a little bit of self-reflection. Also have a shadow work 1000 prompt mini course, which is on my Peter Paul Parker website. And also my Meraki Guide coaching, where I'll take people through the dream method. If none of that resonates with you, you can watch the next video, which is around here on the screen somewhere. And I look forward to connecting with you in the next video on this YouTube channel. Till then, be well and keep shining.